But yeah, I see more yeses. So I mean, a lot of people that um, maybe you're right. We will never know, but it's interesting. Is like, what would and then let's flip it around. Would you want, if you were kidnapped, would you want them staying out, say, your mother's
Yes.
house or your house? Now, I think it is different here because um, there's nobody living here, right? So if like Annie and Tommaso lived here and we were camping out in front of their house, but since Aunt Nancy doesn't live here, um, but yeah, that's lots of yeses. Personally, some people are saying no. So I think looking just what I'm seeing about 80% think Nancy would want people to stay out here 45 days. Not, I mean, at the beginning, of course, but say 45-day point.
Okay.
Now,
So
here's the next question with that
I gotta
is,
go to the other
when do
one.
you think Nancy would say, okay, enough is enough? Is it at the 60-day point? And then we're just speculation, guys. We're not trying to solve anything with this question. Just something to think about. Is what you guys put, how many days would Nancy be telling, and this is so silly we're even having this conversation. Put it in your position. If you
Right,
were kidnapped,
guys.
how many days would you be like, okay, guys,
Hi,
it's okay to
Serena.
go home now, right? Would it be the 60-day point? Would you just want people
That's
to
not
stay
gonna
out here
work.
for 6 months? Would it be a month or a 3 months? So put
Okay, I'm trying to find the other one.
how
So
many
I
days would you,
pen is
think?
on my YouTube.
90 days,
We can't send
60,
it on the phone one now. I
at
gotta
six
put it
months,
on
I
this one.
think. No time limit. 180, 100. It's an interesting question. I like to put myself in other people's shoes and see, just to think
Okay,
about, well,
got a pen.
what are they going through right now, right? Like I think that matters. 60 days, 50 days, no limit. Well, and that's the thing. Someone said, "Don't give up." Don't. We're not giving up. No one's giving up. But what I'm saying is, how long would Nancy want people to stay out front of their house where she, or how long would you want? Let's not say Nancy. We don't know how she. I'm just putting it out there that just a weird question, but
Got it all
thanks
set
for
up.
thinking about it. A lot of people said 60 days. I saw 90 days, 6 months until it gets too hot to do so. That's true. That's a good point. Thank you, 101. Yeah, it's really just a time to reflect, put things in perspective. Sometimes this term, um, everybody is really intensely focused on something. That if you zoom out, you can kind of help maybe make some sense of where to go in the future, what to do as far as how to cover the story. No one's given up, but these are questions that as we sit out here another day, um, where else could we go and still bring awareness? So I think Jim, shout out to Exploring with Jim, had a great idea today where he said print up some flyers. Why aren't flyers? So we are getting those printed. I'm gonna have flyers tomorrow. And so
It's
here's
going
my next
good. We're
idea.
here watching
We're
him.
gonna
I'm
go walk
restreaming him.
maybe
So,
downtown. maybe
I
on
did
4th
pin his
Avenue.
link at the top. It's
I
good
think
to
the
see you
street
again,
fair is coming up.
Rose. They still know
Shout
nothing.
out 520. She told me about that.
Nothing.
And just hand people a flyer and ask them, have you heard about Nancy Guthrie missing?
It's
And see
crazy.
who, they don't have to
The
take the flyer,
cops
but
are
at least
being
we'll show them
tight-lipped,
and
and
just see what they say. We can hand out some
feds
flyers.
are being tight-lipped, and
We can go to certain neighborhoods that,
haven't
maybe some
found
parks.
anything. I've been watching him and
So
Mark
that
the
would be
Shark,
maybe a
and
little
then of
more
course
effective as far
JLR.
as keeping the hope.
I'll
Because
probably
right
put
now,
JLR back on in a little bit if he stays on later. I don't know
I
if he
just
will
wonder
because he's
about,
3 hours ahead of me. So
ruffling the neighbor's feathers. And then I started
put
thinking,
all this stuff away. Just got done doing our
well, what would Nancy want? A lot of people said 60 days. She would say, you know what, guys, it's time to go home. I mean, you guys have been out here. Some people say Nancy would think 90 days. So put it in your perspective. How long would you want people to stay out here if you were kidnapped?
How are
Maybe
you,
some people would
Rose?
say never go away. Just stay out.
I
Maybe
got
the
mess
house should be
over
turned
here.
into, like a, I don't
My
know.
day
I'm
is
thinking
going horrible because
there's
I
other
know
ways. And then who? Not, we're
like
never
my
giving up
boyfriend
until the
does not
perps
love me.
justice is
Oh, I'm
served.
sure he
But the
does.
question is what else could
I'm
we
sure he
do to
does love
bring
you.
awareness?
Just
That's
hang
what
in
I'm
there.
about, bringing awareness. That's a big key word,
You're very
awareness, to
pretty.
people that maybe they don't turn on
I'm sure
YouTube.
he loves you.
They don't watch the local news.
Sometimes you get those feelings, but
They don't see anything about Nancy in their feed.
just hang
And
in
now
there,
I just handed them
sweetheart.
a flyer and there's a $1 million work.
I'll be right back. I gotta take this to the trash.
So that's what we're
Check on my dog. Oh, there you are.
we could do. We could, go down to some certain areas and just talk to people on the street, some street interviews. Thank you again, Timothy. Appreciate that. And also Princeton, I appreciate your support. We are going out to dinner with John DePico. He just said, I just want to take you, you and Mark out. Um, so we are doing that. I don't know if we're going to live stream that. Yeah, good point, Miss Melissa. Thank you so much, Mystified. Says, make sure the perp is also on the flyer. Ooh, that's you just threw me for a loop because every flyer I've seen, the perp is not on the flyer. So shout out to Jim with that new idea to really just get those flyers and take them around. 857, I sent you some info I sent to the FBI 4 to 5 days ago. And info might give you some info to search. I wish I lived there to help. Oh, thank you for sending the email. What was it regarding? What was the subject? I'm loving the Starlink. Loving the Starlink. Loving it, loving it. Thank you guys. Greg is coming with some heat. Greg is coming with some heat. So as you guys could see, that there is a calculated effort by, let's just call it the radicalized media. You guys know the stations, Savannah Station, K-Gun 9 here locally to try to hurt YouTubers because for whatever reason they want to pick on the little guy. That's how they work. They make their living off of literally telling stories, but then when anyone else tells the story, what happens? So all you fake media out there, you guys know them. I'm not here to say who it is, but I just called out a couple. Fake media, you go in, you don't hold people accountable, you play games with the public, and then you abandon the case and you leave the public. So all you people that already have forgotten Nancy because in your mind you've already written them off because you're already on to the next story. You've just showed how fake you are. All that fake media out here, they care so much. They care so much. They want to attack the little guy, the underdog. A lot of them are upset. They're working in a corporate world. They have a boss. They have to be there at 8 in the morning. So a lot of this fake media out there, the public is gonna get behind the people who are telling the true story. And there's lots of fake media out there. And the reason the ones that are the fake are the ones that are gonna attack the little guys in the world because number one, because they're losing viewers because nobody believes what they're saying. They can see how fake it is. Now, I mean, they might come with a zinger or two because they have the inside source with Sheriff Nanos, but they lack emotion, and then they walk away from this case, and then they're gonna blame people for covering it. Are you freaking joking me? This is America. How you gonna tell people what they can't report on and what they can report on? Man, shout out to Brian Inton. He's been the one that's really been driving the force. But are they gonna pick on Brian Inton? No. Are they gonna pick on Brian Inton? No, because he's got that corporate backing. He's got that big dollar media behind him. Why would they go after little Brian Inton? They're gonna go after the little guys, the independent media, all these fake reporters out here coming with their smiles and hey, they paid money to get that degree. I'm sure they're still paying off their degree, and they're only making this amount of money. They can never make any more because that's the contract they signed. They can only make this amount of money. There's no higher above money they can make. The executive producer, as much as she's making, maybe say for NBC News, we're talking out of our sides of our mouth here, just having a conversation. So say the news director makes 150,000. Well, that's all she's making. It's a lot of money. The reporter here in Tucson, who's making $60,000 a month, unless they get a second job, they're not making any more than $60,000 a month or a year. I mean, a year. Sorry, guys, I'm missing lots of comments. But that's what's really sad about the media is They lack trust. And then they want to basically expose themselves and they go after the smallest underdog media, like let's just mention JLR. They'll go after people like, you saw the article they did up on me. It's ridiculous. Yeah, then the media, they're two-faced. You think I've heard the media? I was out here with all the local media for weeks. I'm talking only the locals. So you think they're over here trying to cover the story anymore? They live in freaking Tucson, Arizona, and just think how many employees each of these media companies have. How many reporters just in Tucson? We're talking there's probably 30, 40 reporters paid. Good money too. Good money. Go try to find me a story where they're actually still covering Nancy Guthrie because in their heart they want to cover this story. Nope. Their boss told them they had to move on. And so now they're over there doing back to it, but they're ignoring. Why can't they do both? It's freaking ridiculous. Thank you, Rhonda. I'm missing chat. I just was going off on a little spiel. Just keep what you're doing. All the independent media are changing the news. We know it. Don't worry. Like I said, this is anyone can go be on YouTube. Anyone can do it. Stay positive. Yeah, I'm definitely staying positive, but I'm also just speaking the truth. I'm not trying to be negative. This isn't negative. It's just telling the truth. I hope no one's taking this as negative. Sometimes I can be intense when I'm, passionate about certain things. So I don't mean to be negative. A Brian post, go look. Check my phone. You're all right. We need to continue to move forward as we do the right thing and be strong. There's a message to get out. We cannot let them stop. Check with Brian. He has the scoop on 857. He's not who he complains to be. Okay. I'd like to know the scoop on me. What's the scoop on me? I've heard about the elderly that went missing. Have not had any update. You'd think we'd have breaking news updates about that. I have not seen anything about more about the missing. And if you guys want to go on to change.org, I have a campaign I started a while back for Jacob Couch, and it's a Stop the Violence campaign here in Tucson. So if you go to change.org, it's a Stop the Violence campaign here in Tucson. Stop the Violence campaign in memory of Jacob Couch, who was brutally murdered by a hatchet downtown Tucson. I have petitioned the mayor, the council, to put a lasting memorial. So if you go to change.org and you type Jacob Couch, you will see that. If you guys could sign that, it's over almost, I want to say maybe 1,500, close to 1,500 signatures. I don't know if you guys know how hard it is to get signatures on a local city Tucson thing, but I'm proud to really push that. And I told them I'm not stopping until that memorial is placed. So Jacob Couch and his brother Luke Couch. I'll never forget the day they're talking about media coming in, and when we show up here and the Inside Edition guy's here, he's running around just like everybody else. Oh, but when they decide it's time to leave, then it's time to leave. But if anyone else stays out, they're gonna be um, looked at. Well, we don't have a boss, right? They all have their bosses. That's the thing about, anybody can do a YouTube live and they can go and do whatever they want. They don't have a boss telling them, well, you got to not cover this story anymore. You think Ashley Banfield right now is worried about covering Nancy Guthrie's story? She's watching these streams too.
Hi, Tracy.
She's watching, hey,
yeah,
was
you
the
want a
FBI
bingo tonight.
She's been watching, they all watched JLR streams when he was out here.
Just leave this chair out in the middle of the...
Bunch of hypocrites. That's what it is. They want to get the information from JLR and when we were out here running around because they don't want to do the hard work.
Right.
And guys, I'm missing the chat. I'm a little bit, as you could say, frustrated with some things I've seen here this morning today. People.
It's okay, guy.
Somebody from Montana.
I sure like this guy.
Sent something. It's ridiculous. And what's going to happen?
Well, that's okay. You still won.
They're going to have to understand that we're not out here harming anything. If anything, we're telling the truth.
Actually, Serena pays attention.
We're having a discussion. It's a community. It's kind of like
if I sent my husband on some errands.
You know that show Cheers?
Everybody. I thought he was back, but he's
not. Where everybody knows your name.
Waiting for him to get back so we can have.
You go into your chat rooms that you like.
But I don't know what I want for dinner.
It's a community.
I'm still thinking.
Do you think the media has that? Do you think the media in their chat rooms, they got a whole bunch of people that have a bunch of positivity and they're hanging out, working together, meeting each other, getting to know each other? No, the media doesn't have that. So I hope some of you media are listening and understand that this is the difference. You guys are what you do. YouTubers are what we do. We are a community. We are not here like you guys with a news and a boss and you got editors and you got a camera guy and you got this and that and your advertising dollars. Get the heck out of here. We're just some people on the street building a community of people. And then the media wants to go and make stories about me, some random dude in America.
You don't need anything. You gotta wait till
you got stories. Why don't you go write a story about Raul Grijalva and all his stories that are literally just as bad as Epstein? Raul Grijalva. Why don't you go cover some real stories? Why don't you go to my Facebook page and look what I wrote today about how the local elected literally are silent on crime because they profit off the crime. They stay in power over the crime. They get federal money over the crime. But then you got some local media over here. They want to pick on some little YouTuber who's trying to just do the best for he can for his family, reporting, but he's also building a community. JLR has built a community, the JLR Army, DGL. He's got his Mark the Shark. Everyone, this isn't some news station.
Wow.
You got the local Arizona Daily Star out here. In my opinion, try to find anything in the last 3 weeks that the Arizona Daily Star, the biggest newspaper in Tucson, has come up with. Are they out here trying to uncover who kidnapped Nancy Guthrie?
They're not looking
Are
for
they out there
Nancy
holding the
Guthrie.
sheriff
Hello
Nanos
again, Jay.
accountable? Are they trying to get interviews
Yes,
with the
Serena
mayor?
got two.
I know if I was a real reporter that
No,
paid for my
Serena,
degree
you
to
got
go to college
a
and I would have a
bonus. I
huge
got
loan
two
debt
and
right now,
another one, so
that
you got
that's what I would
three.
be doing. I got my media credentials. Why aren't they out there trying to interview the mayor?
Yeah, two of them. Yeah, one of them was a bonus, so that gave you an extra win. So
What's up, Jake Cauliflower? I like your name. Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just expressing myself in a truthful way about the media. I'm not mad though. I'm certainly not mad. I just sometimes I can get intense when I'm passionate about something. So I'm just really trying to explain the dynamics, how I feel, my opinion, why out of all the stories that they could cover in this, they're gonna sit here and make a story about YouTuber. It's almost funny. We're over here, and the problem is I think they're either naive to understand how strong these communities are. Just, I mean, there's the guy I show speed, right? I show speed. One time I went into his chat room, the guy had 50,000 people in there watching him making crazy. No, I mean, so he's got a community. Shout out I show speed. Now it's not the most, educational content. I showed speed is not out there to go teach everybody how to do this and that,
okay, let's go back here.
but he built a community of people all over the world. It's not about what you're learning on I Show Speed's channel. It's a community and they talk about stuff.
Let me turn it up louder.
So that's why I encourage everybody, if you got a YouTube, grow it, share your passion, share your whatever it is you want to share. But that's the frustrating thing is reading some things, and this has been happening for weeks about them going after YouTubers and they're actually, to me, it really shows how weak they must feel, that maybe they feel like they aren't telling the story and this is how they're going to defensively react instead of just telling the story better. What about adjusting, evolving, right? They're still stuck in this vanilla news cycle of it's like it's 1985 still in their newsroom. How about evolving?
Wow.
whatever happened at the mall. So last night, and just to update you, there's been 4 shootings in 6 days here in Tucson. Last night, there was a double shooting. Thank you so much. I missed a couple. Thank you, Indicate. We appreciate y'all continuing to look for Nancy. Yeah, and if I had an area to look for, I would be out there looking too. But we can't just kind of go out blindly. I mean, of course, what I'm hoping is all these people on the weekends going out enjoying the weather, going out on a trip. Hello, El Tuki. You and other YouTubers are not licensed news reporters. The news media has their supplies, food, travel paid, employer. They have great salaries, but also face danger like war zones. Positive vibes. Yeah, this is all positive. I'm doing this as far as positivity. It maybe sounds negative, but I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to just tell it
Breaking,
like it is, so to
breaking.
speak. I'm not.
Hi,
I'm not
you, how? How's
slandering
my
any
friend?
specific person.
What are you up to?
I'm saying in a whole, it's funny that they have billions of dollars, billions of freaking dollars between all those media companies that they make every year, and they're gonna attack some little YouTuber. It's silly. Instead of embracing American values, they're gonna go after. It's like almost sounds foreign, right? Instead of embracing American values, the media is gonna try to, because they're intimidated maybe that they're trying to figure out how do we build a community. Maybe these reporters are need to look into hey, maybe go solo eventually. Maybe not right away, but maybe at a certain point you build your following. Some of these reporters that follow along on 857 here locally, come talk to me. Lee, I left the corporate world. I used to work at a company at a university right before I started 857 Tucson. I was in the corporate world. I worked at National University. I never thought, because I've always been an entrepreneur, but I said, you know what, I'm going to try the corporate world. Mainly because, in the corporate world, you have that camaraderie, you have your friends that you go see at work. You guys know that, how it works when you have that job and you go to work. Oh, there's Bob again. You and Bob go and, you know, talk the water cooler talk. You get attached. You maybe become friends with Bob or Jane. So I said, let me give it a shot. So I went over there. Someone said, come work here. And I said, my goal is to advance, right? Because it wasn't the best pay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the best. But I go, if I can get to number one in the company, number one in sales, I should be set for life, right? I'll be number one in the company and I should be set for life, right? Because I'm number one over there, right? So that was my goal. My first month, I beat everybody on my team in enrolling people to go start school and get their master's degree, go after their goal. That's National University. I was an enrollment advisor. Now, 6 months down the road, I got number one. A couple times more every month, they would track it. Who gets the best, most people enrolled, signed up to go back. Number one again. And I'm figuring, oh man, I should be getting a good raise because think of if you signed up, I was signing up like 40, 50 people a month to go back to
Breaking,
get their
breaking,
PhD
breaking.
degree.
Spell check on.
You know how much a PhD degree is? It's like 80,
Did I
90,
spell it
100,000.
wrong? I don't know
But
if I could
when it
change it.
went
What
time to
was
go, you
stream
know
is
what?
live,
I
but
shouldn't be
hey,
struggling, right? I'm number one
I think they
in
know
the
what we
company.
mean.
I've hit my goal of what I
You
put
did.
out there. Hey, can I get a raise? No, you're in corporate world, buddy.
Let's see.
This is
What
what
does
you
it
make.
say?
You could do a
And
hundred. enrollments in
Oh
that
my
month, and you will
God.
still
I
make that
did
same
spell it
damn dollar
wrong.
amount.
Shit.
And then I saw the writing on the wall. And so I'm coming back to these reporters that want to attack these executives are the ones that really are the entrenched executive producers at NBC, MSNBC. Those are the ones that are entrenched in with it. They screw it up because they control the reporters below. Essentially, all reporters can report on whatever they want, but they also have to get it approved by the editor. and and even if it gets posted, usually it's only like a 2 minute, 3 minute at the tops if it's a in-depth story. But if you notice, these reporters literally
Okay,
do
I
a
think it
30
let me
second
fix
hit
it.
and they call that news.
We'll see. Thank you, U-Haul. See, someone's got to watch me.
So I'm not here to get any enemies with the news, but if they want to attack, little YouTubers out here trying to build communities, trying to be there for people that might be at home and they want to have a place to go, like a Cheers, in America with the freedom of speech that maybe other countries don't have, like Russia and China. That's the kind of stuff that they do in Russia and China. You live in China and you try to go report anything, man, woo, good luck. And you won't be seeing the light of day for a while, if ever again. Try that crap in Russia. We're in America. This is American values. We're open to freedom of speech, freedom of information, freedom of press. And then you have some big billion-dollar media companies that want to try to go after it because they don't know how to evolve into what's next. You don't see them contacting, saying, "Hey, how can we work with 857 Tucson? How
I'll
can we
be
work
right
with
back.
857
I think
Tucson?
hubby came home.
He's got a great community. Maybe we could bridge these two medias together." Nope, they want to send out
I thought
New York Post
the TV came.
articles.
Maybe it's up Daddy.
They want to do K Gun 9 wants to come out here. KOLD, Catherine Patterson wants to come do a zinger story on me and then leave out half of the 90% of what I said. But then they're going to give attention to some radicalized, progressive elected official because it fits their political narrative. Hello.
Hey, Damien. Are you that way?
Yeah, it's facing that way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
My
to,
name's April.
nice to meet you,
I
April.
live in Vegas. I'm from Phoenix.
Oh, wow.
Living in Vegas. I've been watching you the whole time.
Oh.
Going on, so.
You live in Phoenix now?
No, I live in Vegas.
Oh,
now.
you live, okay.
My daughter's here in Tucson, so I'm here visiting.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wanted to stop
Well,
by and meet you.
thanks for stopping by.
I
Yeah.
was actually watching you before all of this.
Oh, you were?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The live, what is it called? The dispatch stuff?
Yeah,
That's
857
cool.
Tucson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Eventually,
I
I'm
was
going
watching
to.
Dad's too.
Oh, you
before
were?
He came out here.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've been watching JLR, Dad's. Just found out about the Dolly and Mark because I didn't know they, but it's just like I was telling people, it's a community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys are in here. I don't. Now I get a face to your name, so say hello in the chat and go, hey, we met. But, as people, they need that, a place to go in and feel like they're, they feel at home, I guess is the word. So thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
Are you heading back to Vegas soon?
In a couple days. Yeah. See the kids, grandkids, stuff.
Where are you going to take them?
We just went to Roadies.
Oh, okay. That place is awesome.
It was fun. Yeah.
Have you heard of, or you probably know all the places to take them out here, don't
My
you?
daughter.
Yeah.
She knows Tucson better than me.
The Biosphere too, though. Has she brought up that one?
They've been before.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about the Botanical Gardens?
Not yet.
Okay, that's cool.
I didn't expect her to be this hot this quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Botanical Gardens are cool. And I think they have a Venus flytrap there.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the kids will like it. Yeah. Well, nice
Okay,
meeting
we
you.
could have brought you something. I didn't know
Oh
if
no,
anybody
I'm all
was here.
stocked up. Yeah, I'm
We've
all
been
stocked
at
up.
Roadies, so I haven't been able to see who was out here right now. I just
Yeah.
drove by.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm glad you're here. I'm happy to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Keep it in.
Say hi.
Oh, say hi. I'm Ape Escape in chat.
Ape Escape in chat. Okay, Ape Escape is here saying hi.
And good luck with that Starlink and that
We're
setup.
set up. We're
You
Starlinked
got
up
all
right
the
now.
accessories you
Yep,
needed? Oh,
pretty
awesome.
much.
Very cool.
I'm active.
Very cool.
So
Nice.
eventually, yeah, I'll be getting more stuff, but this is exactly what I need. So
Kind of surreal seeing this in real life.
yeah, is this the first time you've been here?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Once people get here and they've seen it on the screen and then they come here, it really it hit home, hits home, right? Because in the on the screen everything comes across a little different.
These roads are bigger on the screen.
That's
I
what people
pulled
said.
up here. I'm like, oh, this is really narrow. Yeah. Yeah. I hope you find something else soon.
Me too.
All right. Stay cool.
Yeah, you too.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I hope if I ever get up to Vegas, you'll hear about it. You'll be like, "Hey, I'm here. You got to show me where to go or tell me where to go."
Absolutely.
All right, take care.
See you,
Ape Escape in the chat.
Is that Mark?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ape Escape in the chat. Give her a shout, guys. Thank you for stopping. There is a New York Post article. There is a New York Post article that was put out today by the New York Post. But the media, I'm not. I'm going to end the media talk, but they need to. They all have college degrees. They need to learn what's next, how to evolve with this, how to expand what the world is evolving to in media. Maybe work with some of the YouTubers, right? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but that's would be some suggestions. Is instead of attacking, work together, work with unity, unity in the community. Don't try to bring people down. A lot of the people that you guys watch, say on NBC, they're not even doing anything except literally going into the studio. Everything's been done for them, and they read a freaking damn report off a damn teleprompter, and then they want to walk around high and mighty and call us and make a big stink about us. Let me show me a report that they're actually doing the dirt, that someone just doesn't hand them everything and go, here, go read this on the screen. Here's the questions you need to ask this person. I'm talking about the big media, the ones like, you know, who read the nightly news. Aaron Katursky was out here. I saw Aaron Katursky. I'm sure he's in his room just pounding the investigating so hard, but no, he just shows up here, and I'm sure he gets a couple of emails he has to check during the day. He reads a 1 minute teleprompter report. Hey, Aaron, I'm signing off for the night. We're still here at Nancy Guthrie's house. Then jumps in the FSUV and they're off to the next restaurant on the company dime. And they're the best reporters in America. No, you know who the best reporters in America that I've seen is JLR. Nick Shirley. I don't know if he's a reporter, but he's definitely James O'Keefe. And what happened every single time they went after Nick Shirley, they went after James O'Keefe because they're getting crushed in the media by the amount of followers these people are getting, because that's where we're at. Exactly, he should get an award. They should be over here saying, you know what? let's try to figure out how to work with JLR. If I've been here out with for 45 days, do you think one media has asked to say, hey, yeah, we exchange numbers. Do you think they're texting me anything to work with me? No, they'll be happy to take any information I give them. The 857 scanner is down. Damn it. Well, it's just gonna have to be down for a little bit. If you want to don't want to miss the action, you can turn on, you can download Broadcastify or Police Scanner 5.0. Police Scanner 5.0, and you can listen to the scanner in any state you want. For Tucson, you just go to Arizona, United States, and then United States, Arizona, and then you go to Pima County. Yeah, Dad's gone live. We'll be back. He said he'll be back here live on Saturday. Yeah, I'm not saying if Nick Shirley's good or bad, but what I'm saying is he's an independent doing his thing. Um, he doesn't have, I mean, I don't really know much about him other than he's in the same ballpark as he's uncovering things. Now the media needs to go do their job and say it's a separate situation what he's doing. We're here reporting just like any other person on the street would be filming, seeing what's going on. We're checking X.
No, you don't need to be barking.
Nick
Let's wait till
Shirley is
Daddy
a
gets
little
home.
different, but the whole point is he's not
Still
working
not
for
home.
some big corporation and they're trying to go after him because he's not following the media narrative. He's not following the media narrative
I don't know why.
of ignoring.
What else is on? Let's see. Dang it, I keep doing that. Let's see. Michael Shark still on playing with his other thing. Let's see. Breakthrough. Kidnapper just made a big mistake.
I'm going to change the subject. We're getting ready. I'll be playing a new video here. Brian Inton will play the start of that so you guys can see what he's saying. Maybe you can go finish watching out. Finish watching it on your own time. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, but shout out Brian Inton. I hope he's not getting attacked. I'm sure he's got lots of backers.
Sorry about
But
that,
we're out
guys.
here.
Sorry about that. I don't know where all that came from. Or I do because I opened it, but why did it open so big? I can't
And I've been thinking a lot about there's been so many theories out there about what happened to Nancy. And it's interesting with Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos in his last interview he did, he said that they even have a theory that they've had for a while. I wouldn't say what it was. There was some reporting weeks ago that the sheriff's department theory, the working theory, may have been a burglary gone wrong, though that's never been confirmed. And that's always a theory that I've had a hard
I will
time
take
wrapping
calls,
my
but
mind
not
around.
today, guys.
Why
I just still
whoever did
trying to
this
get
take
in a
Nancy
routine.
Guthrie away if
Plan
this
on
was just
adding that
supposed to
though.
be a
Be right
burglary?
back.
If something went wrong when they were in the house, why wouldn't they have just left and left Nancy there? I've never really been able to wrap my mind around that. And this episode is really interesting because it explains why this is likely not a burglary gone wrong and why this is likely a targeted abduction. Granted, we don't know. I mean, we don't know the circumstances, obviously. But in this episode, I'm going to lay out for you everything we do know and some of it starts to make a little more sense. I'm joined now by Morgan Wright, and I want to read your whole bio, Morgan, just because it's so impressive. CEO and founder of the National Center for Open and Unsolved Cases, editor and host of Crime Reconstructed Substack and podcast, which I love your Substack, by the way.
Get Mark
You're also
Slane.
senior advisor in the U.S. State Department Anti-Terrorism Assistance Program, senior law enforcement advisor for the 2012 Republican National Convention. You taught behavioral analysis at the National Security Agency, spent a year teaching the FBI how to conduct internal investigations, and then for 18 years you were with state and local law enforcement as a state trooper and detective. So I think hopefully I hit the highlights there. And you were also in Tucson recently, so you know a lot about that Andrew Guthrie.
Oh yeah, I want to correct. I taught them internet investigations, not internal. There is
Oh,
a whole
that's
different
Mark.
mindset when you say you taught
No,
internal
it isn't.
investigations. So
Yeah,
I was never internal affairs, just for the
Well,
confidence.
that's
good to know. And
Tucson.
you were in Tucson with a couple weeks
That was
ago.
Tucson.
Actually,
He looks just like my friend.
When the raid went on, you and I were talking. So when they did that raid, it was just I think a couple weeks into it. So I was out there, as they say, with another network. But it was great because you had. Brandon, you know too, that's one of the most important things you do. You just can't report on it from afar. One of the things that made you so effective, look, let me tell you, even on these other networks, people were referencing your reporting because you were out there, you were in the midst of things, you were getting information. If you're not on the ground and you don't understand how the roads are, you don't understand how the community is, you don't understand how hard that desert is out there, it gives a whole different complexion to the reporting. So it was important to be out there. And with your reporting, it's important to actually be on the ground. I even felt it when you drove into Mexico to show how easy it was to cross the border.
Yeah. And you're right. Unless you're there, it's such a unique kind of landscape, and Nancy's neighborhood is so unique. I wanted to start off asking you, though, the sheriff in his last interview said that they have a theory of.
I'm going to stop it real quick. Just what he said, I don't want to get off track, but he did say right there, it's really important when you go to a new area, you need to know the neighbor or know the politics of the city, how the city is ran. And that's the thing about YouTubers in any city. If the big media shows up, they can actually work with people that can help them uncover the stories faster, right?
because
So
they
it
do
could
fake
be
news.
a win-win.
What they think happened, and he won't say what it is. And you've been studying this case since the beginning, and like you said, you've been to Tucson. What is your working theory right now? I mean, some people have said burglary gone wrong. Other people think it's a kidnapping, maybe something related to Savannah Guthrie, a stalker. What's your working theory?
So one of the things I do on the Substack, but I walk people back, I don't have theory, never hypothesis. And the reason I say that is, and I've seen this happen, and you've seen this happen too, Brian. I've seen this happen in
Thank you,
cases.
Sarah.
It starts with, well, we have a theory, then a theory becomes what we know and what we.
Well, I think his phone got a little hot. So I'm going to shut down. Hubby's not home yet, but I'm going to shut down. I got to set up my X account to where it's right. Upgrade to premium subscription or stream to a different destination. Okay. Bye,